Good morning, children. So today in this lesson, let's see our new lesson is coal formation and petroleum. So in this lesson, we are going to study natural resources. What are the types of natural resources, fuels, fossil fuels, and how the coal is formed, and what is the process, uses of coal, and how petroleum is formed, and what are the uses of that various constituents. Let's see. First, natural resources. What is mean by natural resources is resources which from nature are called natural resources. That means we didn't made any kind of that resource. It is made by, or it is not made by any of human. It is already existing in the nature. Such type of resources are known as natural resources. Examples are like coal, petroleum, air, water, soil, etc. are examples of natural resources. Natural resources are of two types, that is inaccessible natural resources and accessible natural resources. Let's see what is meant by inaccessible natural resources. Some natural resources are available in huge quantity and cannot be finished by human activities. Such resources are called inaccessible natural resources. Example are air, water, sunlight, etc. So in this nature, many kind of resources are present. Some of the natural resources by any kind of human activities, it cannot be finished. Such type of natural resources are known as inaccessible natural resources. Like you take air, water, or sunlight, etc. Such type of resources, how much you are using also, we cannot finish that resource. Such type of resources are known as inaccessible natural resources. Another type of resources, accessible natural resource. What is this accessible natural resources? Some natural resources are available in limited quantity. Okay, inaccessible is unlimited quantity. Coming to accessible, like natural resources like coal, petroleum, minerals, they are available in limited quantity only. Okay, such type of resources, when we are using time by time, or when we are using such type of resources are finished, such type of resources are known as accessible natural resources. Okay, again I am studying definition. Some natural resources are available in limited quantity and can be finished by human activities. Such resources are called accessible natural resources. Example of accessible natural resources are coal, petroleum, minerals, etc. are examples of accessible natural resources. Like see, I will take in one place there is deposit of some mineral, like you take iron ore. Okay, when I am removing that, or when I am collecting that, refining that, what will happen? At some stage that minerals deposit will be completed. Such type of natural resources are known as accessible natural resource. Next, fossil fuels. What is meant by fossil fuels is coal and petroleum are formed from dead remains of plants and animals which got buried millions of years ago. Due to this, coal and petroleum are called fossil fuels. Okay, so this coal and petroleum are known as fossil fuels. Why? Means they are formed from the dead and buried remains. Okay, so many years before, that means in the case like millions of years before, these plants and animals, that means dead remains of plants and animals, they are buried in the soil and now they are converted into the coal and petroleum. Okay, what is meant by fossil? Dead remains of organisms which are more than 10,000 years old are called fossils. Coal is a fossil fuel. It is hard as stone, black in color, and is mainly composed of carbon. Coal is, in this before only told, coal and petroleum are fossil fuels. Coal is a fossil fuel. It is hard as stone. Coal is hard. Okay, black in color. What is the color of coal? It is red color. No, it is black color. Okay, coal is black color and mainly composed of carbon. Okay, coal is composed of carbon only. Now how the coal is formed is there were dense forests in low lying areas on earth about 300 million years ago. Okay, about 300 million years ago, on these low lying areas of the earth, there are dense forests are there. Okay, these forests got buried under the soil due to natural process, maybe due to some of the process like flooding or earthquakes, some other process, maybe due to some other process, natural process. All these forests are buried under the soil. More layers of soils were deposited on this buried forest in due course of time. Those plants were converted into coal due to intense pressure and heat inside the earth. The process of conversion of vegetation into coal is called carbonization. The buried plants underwent carbonization and changed into coal. So let's see. This is that earth place. Okay, here some plants are there. Okay, due to some natural process, what will happen means all these plants or all these forests died and they are buried. That means here now all is fallen here due to the process, some of the natural process. All will be covered by the soil. That means they are buried. These forests are buried in the soil. Now again some other forest, some other soil, some amount of soil. That means what will happen now? This forest, it became down and down. So as we go to down, we know temperature increases, at the same time pressure also will be increased. So due to this, what will happen means all this vegetation will be converted into the coal, and that process we are calling as carbonization. So uses of coal. Now here we studied what is coal and how the coal is formed. Okay, now uses of coal. What are the uses of coal? Coal burns in air to produce heat and carbon dioxide. Coal is used as fuel because it provides high amount of heat. That is coal, before I told carbon. Okay, coal plus oxygen gives, that means carbon plus oxygen gives carbon dioxide. Coal was used as fuel in steam engines. Most of the thermal power plants still use coal as fuel. Coal is still being used as kitchen fuel in some households, dabas and restaurants. Many useful products like coke, coal tar, coal gas are made by processing coal. So let's see coke. Coke is one of the constituent, or that means from coal, coke is produced. Coke is almost pure form of carbon. Coke is tough, porous and black. Coke is used in manufacture of steel and extraction of many metals. Our next constituent is coal tar. Coal tar, it is black, thick liquid with an unpleasant smell. Coal tar is a mixture of about 200 substances. Coke is not mixture, but coal tar is mixture of about 200 substances. It is used as raw material for making various items like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, naphthalene balls, etc. Okay, once again I am repeating, coal tar is used as raw material. Okay, it is not directly used, it is used as raw material in like synthetic dyes, drugs, explosives, perfumes, plastics, paints, photographic materials, roofing materials, naphthalene balls and etc. It is used for making the surfacing of roads. Bitumen, a petroleum product, has almost replaced coal for making road surfaces. Our next constituent is coal gas. Coal gas is produced during processing of coke from coal. Coal gas is used as fuel in many industries which are situated near coal mines. Our next natural resource is, it is petrol. Till now we studied coal. Now let's see petrol. Petrol is fuel which is used in automobiles. It is obtained from petroleum. Okay, it is not from petrol. We are obtaining petrol from the petroleum. Petroleum is a dark and viscous liquid with unpleasant smell. It comes from oil wells. So how the petroleum is formed means how the formation of coal we studied. Now let's see the formation of petroleum. Organisms which living in seas and oceans millions of years ago got buried under sand and clay. Those organisms got converted into petroleum and natural gas. How they are converted means due to high pressure and temperature and due to lack of oxygen. Okay, inside the oceans and seas, in the absence of oxygen, at high temperature and high pressure, all the dead organisms are converted into the petroleum. It is also not one day process. Today organisms dead means today it will not convert. It will take millions of years. Okay, that's why it is existable natural resource. So now let's see refining of petroleum. Crude oil is not very useful, rather it needs to be refined to obtain useful products. Okay, so from the dead organisms we will get petroleum. Okay, petroleum means it is crude oil. So this crude oil is not very useful for all the products. It needs to be refined. So when the petroleum is refined from the oil wells, we will get different products. So petroleum, that product is petroleum. Petroleum which is taken out from wells, it is sent to the oil refineries for processing. Petroleum is subjected to fractional distillation in oil refinery. Various constants of petroleum get separated during this process. So when the petroleum is processed, products like petrol, bitumen, paraffin wax, kerosene, diesel, all this like this etc. All these so many constituents we will get. Okay. So natural gas. What is natural gas is? Natural gas is found along with petroleum in oil wells. Natural gas is used as fuel and as raw material. For making fertilizers, for being used as fuel, natural gas is stored under high pressure. Natural gas which is stored under high pressure is called compressed natural gas, CNG gas. What is CNG? CNG is compressed natural gas. It is a cleaner fuel than petrol or diesel. So CNG is cleaner fuel. Okay. Nowadays in our vehicles we are using CNG gas other than petrol and diesel because CNG is cleaner fuel. Okay. Natural gas is supplied from oil wells to different locations through network of pipelines. So what are the drawbacks of fossil fuels is? There are existable resources and will be finished in near future. Okay. They are not inaccessible natural resources. These fossil fuels, they are existable natural resources only. And if you are using continuously, what will happen means in future it may be finished. So if the source is finished, resource is finished means again for the formation it will take millions of years. So you think example, if tomorrow that petrol is finished, for the formation of petrol it will take millions of years. That means day after tomorrow onwards petrol will be not there. That's why we should use it in limited way. Burning of fossil fuels add carbon dioxide to the atmosphere. Thus fossil fuels causes environmental pollution. This is also one of the factors. That is, this fossil fuel, its main constant is carbon. Carbon when react with oxygen it produces carbon dioxide. Carbon dioxide, we are respiring carbon dioxide means no. Only plants are using that. Okay. So this carbon dioxide, what will happen means burning of these fossil fuels, it produces carbon dioxide or that and it adds that the produced carbon dioxide is added to the atmosphere. Now this that means increasing level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere, it causes pollution. Excess level of carbon dioxide in the atmosphere creates global warming. Now PCRA, what is this PCRA is? PCRA means Petroleum Conservation Research Association. It is institute which gives recommendation for the conservation of petrol and diesel. What are that recommendations is? Drive at constant and moderate speed as far as possible. You don't go over speed or very slow. Drive at a constant and moderate speed. Switch off the engine at traffic lights or at the place where you have to wait. Ensure correct tire pressure and ensure regular maintenance of your vehicle. These are the recommendations given by this PCRA for conservation of the petrol and diesel. Once again I am repeating why we want to conserve this petrol and diesel means because it is inaccessible natural resource. Okay, we should conserve that. So this is the finishing of the lesson, coal and petroleum.